Hello everyone, welcome back to the 2026 Portfolio Challenge series. In today's episode, we're in week 32, and we have officially crossed the 50% year to date in the main portfolio. Our meme stock is doing not so hot right now, and the deep value is currently at plus 30%, but again, this deep value portfolio is, it's all just math. Low PE, basically with some guardrails. The meme stock is basically just meme stock names, so currently it's all GameStop options. And my 2026 main is my gut feelings and my value picks with some high IV, hopefully, so that things move quickly, because this is a one-year challenge. So let's just get right into it. This is going to be a shorter video, by the way, because I'm currently traveling, and as you can see, I'm not on my big screen, and I don't have my microphone, so hopefully this will be a pretty quick video. Okay, so here we can see the overview, and we can see last week, actually all my portfolios except for the meme stock are up over the past week, as is the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. And you can see that I'm significantly outperforming both of them in both the deep value, which is just math, like I said, and the main portfolio, which is basically my main portfolio in real life. Disclaimer, this video is not financial advice. And as regularly in today's itinerary, mostly portfolio changes, not much, but I did buy a few things. Some of the watch list and macro news, again, not much. I wasn't paying attention much this week. And some of the portfolios, which I just went over right now, but we can look at them again at the end really quickly. So in the portfolio changes this week, I did end up buying OKLO like I was talking about last year. So I put down 10 grand on OKLO. I'll just go to the main portfolio. So 10 grand on OKLO. Yeah, so 10 grand on OKLO, 10 grand on GameStop, and 10 grand on NBIS. GameStop is mostly because it is significantly undervalued currently. OKLO, again, this is not a value play. This is just, I think that this stock is a good stock. I think the company will be super profitable in the future. And then NBIS is doing fantastic currently, so just thought I'd buy them to ride the wave. And this is after I sold ELF last week for $36K, and that is because my $90 call got called away, basically. So, yeah, so I talked about what I bought. Now we're going to look at NBIS, RKLB, and HIMS. Not too much about HIMS, but NBIS, I do want to go over that. And also, actually, I'll just start with RKLB. So RKLB, I've heard a lot of people, both on Reddit and in other podcasts that I like to watch, such as Savvy Trader, things like that. They really like RKLB, both Reddit and these podcasts. And so I was taking a look at RKLB, and its current price is 80, right? It is not a profitable company at all, right? RKLB currently is losing money. Yes, this is the operating income. RKLB is just losing money, and it's losing more money the more revenue it has. So that's not the direction I want to see it go. And it is growing a lot in a sector with a huge future, and I agree with all that. But in order for them to reach what their current market cap suggests it's worth currently, right at $80, their market cap is currently at almost $50 billion. I need them to be quarterly at roughly $1 billion in revenue. Extrapolating this financial statement out, you can do it either by hand in Excel or with ChatGPT, right? This is their quarterly revenue currently, $234 million. They need to 4x this when they're growing by roughly 20 to 30 billion per quarter. And if you just extrapolate that out, that's still 4 years away. That is way too long for me to currently lock up my money in a stock, so that's a pass for me. That was just a quick analysis about, it's just been popping up everywhere for me, so I just needed to maybe explain. It's not a bear case because I do think it is a good company. It's just currently for the price, I'm not going to pay for this company at this price. If it goes up, I am very happy for them. I'm just not going to risk my own money for that. I think there's better options out there. Now, HIMS. So this is a stock that I previously bought despite my no healthcare and no, I've got this rule where I don't invest in any health companies, no drug companies, no healthcare. I just think, personally, it hasn't been going well for me historically, and so I just don't do that. However, this company, its earnings are backtracking, basically. It's not going well for them at all. Their revenue is increasing. Their operating income is getting worse every single quarter, and this is both because of lawsuits, but also because their main drug that they're selling currently, GLP-1, that's basically a generic drug, right? You've got so many different types of GLP-1 now. Everybody has their own type, so there's nothing special about HIMS currently except for their online retailer. And that's not special enough, I think, to be worth, what's it worth now? 6.5 billion. not with this net income, not with that revenue. That's just not for me. This is just to show I did, you can see here in the alpaca, I am above 150K. So that's 50% year to date. Really about NBIS. So its current price is around 275, and using my own projections, my own price targets, I've got them at roughly 250, but I did invest in them because I think this company is growing faster than what Wall Street believes it's supposed to grow. You can see here actually in the forecasts, because this is insane. And, I'm a bit below Wall Street forecast currently. I don't care about that much. But in this forecast area, here you can see this. This year revenue, the whole year is going to be almost $4 billion. That's for the whole year. Last year they were under $1 billion, 500 million. That's about $500 million. Next year they're going to be doing 3-point-something billion every single quarter on average. That is absolutely insane. They are about to turn profitable. I believe I calculated it out. Currently at 600 million revenue, they are unprofitable, but they should be turning profitable pretty soon. And once they do, it's literally a matter of 5-6 quarters until this market cap looks kind of silly, under $100 billion for this. So in my eyes, that's kind of a no-brainer. Even though my own projections have them at under 250. If I project that out 6 quarters using actual Wall Street estimates, then that jumps up to 450. And so I think getting in early at this price before other people figure it out, even though it seems like they already have figured it out, because it is up 231% year to date. So I am very bullish on it. And here I just wrote a note for myself to talk about. It has a lot of infrastructure for autonomous cars. And it seems that almost every single autonomous car company right now is on the verge of becoming fully autonomous. So Rivian was talking about 2028, Uber and Waymo are already talking about next year, and Tesla has been saying next year for the past 10 years, but it appears people are actually on the cusp of actually being completely point-to-point, level 4, level 5. So that's most of what I just wanted to talk about this week. Like I said, I'm trying to keep this short. So let's just go over the quick portfolios really quick. We can see here that currently I'm holding mostly Meta. This is my main portfolio, by the way. So currently mostly Meta. Then Uranium ETF, Micron, NVIDIA, SK Hynix, NBIS, Celsius, and a bunch of other stocks that come out to $50,000. And we can see that better here. My positions. We'll just go by market value. Yeah. So you can take a look at this if you want. This is my entire current portfolio. I am pretty happy with all this. I might actually trim down TSM. We'll see. I do like the financials. Not super hot on it not being an American company, to be honest, currently, but we'll see. And then SK Hynix, that's just riding the memory wave right now. And you can see my historical winners and losers. I don't have many losers, but those that I do have are oftentimes healthcare companies. And here you can see in Robinhood, options saved me. And with ELF and Micron, those were my two biggest conviction plays, and they both played out pretty well. So I'm very happy with both of them. And then my meme stock. So again, I'm traveling, so I didn't end up actually doing the poor man's covered calls thing, but maybe next week I'll try and figure it out. And you can see here, I am significantly lagging behind. But like I said, I believe GameStop is worth around, previously I said this, I think it's worth around 29. It's currently at 18.6. It is down big on the week. I talked about this in previous episode if you want to go over deeper into why it dropped and how long it's going to be dropping for, which is basically until the 22nd of September. So I think, if I can load up on GameStop, even if it just jumps up to 20 or 21, like it was before this whole thing with the private equity, it was around 21 and a half. That's still over a 10% gain in a very short amount of time. So the risk reward currently favors buying GameStop, which is why I bought them currently in the main portfolio and why I'm not currently worried about the meme stock portfolio. The deep value portfolio, that hasn't changed at all. Not much at all. This is so big you can't even see it, but it's the trade desk right there. And Micron is my biggest play, with Celsius right up after that. And then LabGen, SK Hynix. Again, this is just forward PE. And, it just goes to show, Micron has a forward PE of under 12 right now. This is under 7 actually, which is under 8 too. I think Micron is probably going to hit 1200 again this year at least. But yeah, this is a portfolio that I'm not actually technically supposed to be messing with it, It is mostly just looking at the forward PEs, the size of the companies, and putting up some guardrails for that. So again, short episode. Sorry about that, but that's what I have for this week. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. Thank you guys for listening. Good luck this week. I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.